Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a 10-minute full body workout. This workout video is great for working the glutes, the legs, the arms, and the core muscles. We've also got low impact variations to make it a little less challenging for you. So grab your mat and let's get started. Our first exercise is the squats with knee taps. Simply squat down, and when you come up, lift your right knee and tap your left hand on the right knee. When you squat back down, on your way back up, lift your left knee and tap your right hand to your left knee. Next up is mountain climber. Come into a plank position, bring the right knee in towards your chest and step back to plank. Repeat on the other side and keep alternating till the set is complete. Now we're going to take a short 10-second rest here before we begin our next exercise. Next up, we have curtsy lunges. If you have some weights, resistance bands, or dumbbells, feel free to use them for this workout, or you can stick with the easy variation for this. Up next is lunges with knee taps. Take a lunge backwards, and when you come up, lift the right knee and tap it with your opposite hand. Now we're gonna have a 10-second rest before we get to our next exercise. Feel free to grab a bottle of water or a towel if you need to. Next up is high knees with toe taps. You want to lift the right knee up and tap the right foot with the opposite hand. Keep alternating and repeating this until the end of the set. If you want to make this a little more challenging, you can increase your pace or keep jumping higher. Next up, we have lunges with kickbacks. First start with a lunge, and then when you come back, lift your left leg up. Make sure your hips are square and your core is engaged. Feel free to use extra weights or resistance bands if you want to take this up a notch. Now we have another 10 seconds rest here. We are halfway through the workout. Feel free to pause the video here if you need a longer rest time. Next up, we have high knee crunches. You want to come to the top of your mat and you crunch the right knee in towards the opposite elbow and switch to the other side. Keep alternating opposite legs until the end of the set. Next up, we have contralateral plank lift. You want to come into a plank position and lift opposite hand and opposite leg. Keep alternating between both sides. For an easier modification, you can come onto your tabletop position and lift opposite hand and opposite leg. Next up, we have shoulder taps. Still in plank position, you want to lift the right arm and tap the left elbow. Then come back to center and repeat on the other side. Make sure your core is engaged and you're not arching the back or lifting the hips too high. Now we're going to take a short 10 seconds rest here before we begin our next exercise. Next we are going to do the tricep dips on the mat. First start in a reverse tabletop position, lift your hips and engage your core. Then slowly lower yourself until your elbows are bent at a right angle. Make sure your arms are shoulder width apart. Now we have the reverse tabletop crunch. Still in reverse tabletop position, bring the right elbow to touch your left knee. Return to center and alternate. If this exercise is still hard, simply modify by just lifting one knee at a time. We have another 10 seconds rest here. Feel free to pause the video if you want a longer rest time. We have only a few more exercises to go until the end of the workout. Next up, we have the Russian twist. Grab onto a dumbbell and slowly begin to twist from side to side, engaging the core. You can drop the legs on the mat for an easier variation, or you can lift your legs off the mat for a more challenging variation. Up next is the roll-up crunch. First, come lying on the mat, and when you come up, crunch the right elbow to the opposite knee and then go back down. When you come back up, crunch the left elbow to the opposite knee. Next up, we have dolphin to plank walks or dolphin push-ups. First, start with the dolphin pose, placing the forearms shoulder width apart on the mat and lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Step your feet back into plank, take a breath, and then walk your feet back in, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling to return to dolphin pose. Feel free to bend your knees if your hamstrings are feeling tight. This is the last 10 seconds rest we're going to take before the end of the workout. Only a few more exercises to go and we are done with this workout routine for today. Next we have the in and out squats. Start with your legs hip width apart and then go into a slightly narrow squat, and then step out one leg to a wider squat. Step back into the narrow squat and then repeat on the other side. Feel free to use dumbbells or resistance bands to make it a little more challenging for you. Only one more exercise after this one and then we are done with this workout. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder distance apart and turn your toes out into a 45-degree angle. Lower down into a squat, keeping your back straight and your abs tight. Come back up and then repeat the same exercise. Our last exercise for this workout is the side lunges. Start with your legs wide apart and then lower to a side lunge on the right side. Come to center and lower to the other side. Keep alternating until the end of the set. Now we've come to the end of this workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And leave me a comment in the comment section below to let me know how you felt after this workout. See you in my next video. Bye!